Hey, welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show, just us.
It's a bunch of hot topics or lukewarm topics that you can reheat later.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show.
Hey, welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show. It's just us.
Hi, Lesley.
Hi, Lise.
How's it going?
Oh, we talked at the same time.
We did.
God, this dang Zoom. It's good. I feel like I look a little different because I have to use my kid's computer today. And for some reason, their Zoom looks different than my Zoom.
I don't know why, but you still look like Lesley.
Oh, good. Thanks. How
Lesley,
you doing today?
You know what I'm confused by? So, okay. We're technically supposed to look here all the time, but the truth is if I'm looking here, I can't see you. I'm just looking at a dot and I really can't just talk to a dot. So after we do our intro, I look at you. And then when I talk to our friends at home, I look here.
Right.
And I hope that's okay because just now you were looking here and it made me very insecure that I don't look here. I look here.
This whole thing is so weird. See, now on my kid's computer, I feel like you can see my eyes so much clearer than when you're on my computer. So I feel like listen, I'm looking to you and you're over there on my computer.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm looking here. The whole thing is so weird, but yes, when we're doing this, I'm going to look straight at you. Every once in a while, I'll look up here.
Right. And I don't want you guys to think we're ignoring you because we're not. We care very much that you're here. It's just, I can't.
No, we can't sit and look at a dot. I can't have a conversation with a dot when I can see you out of my peripheral vision anyways.
Right.
Right. Anyways, even though actually as actresses, we should be able to do anything we're asked to do.
We should be, but I'm not maybe as talented as I need to be.
Exactly. All right. Can I just say something off the top? I'm exhausted. I mean, COVID is exhausting in and of itself.
Not that you have COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep making that mistake. It's not COVID. I do not have COVID.
No.
Quarantine, stay at home, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It's exhausting.
Okay. Oh, we said that at the same time. It's like I should jinx you. And then you can't say a fucking word until I let you out.
And it's just the Lesley show.
Anyway, so what is the science behind has your smoke alarm in your house? Have any of your smoke alarms ever just gone off at, noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon when you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and you're like, oh, that's my smoke alarm. I'm going to change it. No, it has to happen at 3:30 in the fucking morning.
Is that what happened?
Yes. And I was having the greatest sex dream. I'm just going to say,
is that true?
Yes, 100%. I can't tell you who it was with. I feel like it was a celebrity and maybe even I was a celebrity. Maybe I wasn't even myself. I feel like I was someone else, like I was playing another role. But anyways,
wow.
I was having great sex. And then all of a sudden I hear like, beep. And I'm like, what is that? And eventually I woke up and the poor dog, Milo, was like, because that's such a high-pitched noise.
It's such an awful sound for the dog.
He was scared. So he was like, looking at me and like, what do I do? And so I got him in the bed. And then I sat there going, can I just deal with it? Can I go back to sleep and manage this beep? Or am I going to have to get up? Nope. Couldn't do it.
It's get up.
Going to drive me crazy. So I got up. And then I had to go to the bathroom, and then I had to turn the house alarm off so I could let Milo go to the bathroom. And then I went and got the stepladder and got up and have to deal. Now, I don't know about you, but so my smoke alarm is hardwired,
right?
But they also have batteries. And the whole thing is perplexing, but I went through this. By the way, I changed the battery back in August.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the end of it's the beginning of December. I don't know why I'm changing the battery. So,
I don't think smoke alarms actually work in any sort of fire situation. I think they're just there to test your will.
To test our will.
Yeah.
So I get up and I get the thing off. I take the battery out and then I'm faced with, oh, do I have any extra 9-volt batteries in the house?
Did you?
That would be a fucking no.
Oh no.
I looked everywhere, high and low. I looked everywhere. I could not find one. My only other option was to maybe go out into the garage and see if there were any, like in one of my,
Well, because once the batteries are out though, does it stop beeping or now it's going to continue to beep until you put a new battery in?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Continued. And I'm insane. Like, I think Milo and I both wanted to poke our eyeballs out.
So what ended up happening?
I can't get over how weird I look and how dark it is on this.
You're
Zoom.
fine. Nobody cares.
So what ended up happening? I searched high and low all over the house. I'm going to put a little brighter light on. I searched high and low all over the house for a 9-volt battery. I thought to myself, what else in my house has a 9-volt battery? Is there anything? Is there
a vibrator?
No, my vibrator takes AA's.
Okay.
I keep lots of those handy.
That's what's hilarious is you probably do have a lot of AA batteries just in case you need to replace those.
I have here's the thing. I have AA's, I have AAA's, I have C's and D's, and I would usually have one large sleeve of a 9-volt, but you know, right when I need it, I don't have it. It's when I don't need it that I probably am like, oh, I have a full fucking sleeve of them. Anyways, so I you know, now it's 4:00 in the morning and I'm wondering what else in my house has a 9-volt? Nothing. So I fucking give up. I almost wanted to stick my tongue in the thing just to see if there was any power in it and stick it back in. So I didn't put my tongue in it, but I did stick it back in just to see if it would work. This whole conversation sounds very sexual.
It really does.
Clearly, it's so on the top of my mind right now. Anyways, but anyway, to no avail. I finally was like, get back in bed, turn on some like spa music, and maybe you can drown out that high-pitched, disgusting noise. But no, you cannot. So I'm a side sleeper.
Yeah.
And so I sleep on one side of my head. So that ear was good. And so I went and got an earplug, just one.
And the kids didn't wake up.
So so this smoke detector happens to be the one in my room, thank goodness.
Okay.
The first thing I did after I went to the bathroom and Milo went to the bathroom is I closed the kids' bedroom doors.
Got it.
So that hopefully it would drown out some of that. And then I closed my door so that they couldn't hear it. I
would have had to leave the room and sleep on the couch because I'm one of those people. So first of all, I have to sleep with a sound machine. So I sleep with the sounds of the ocean. And then if there's any sound, like one night my ceiling fan was making this every time it spun around. And I was like, I cannot do it. So like, I'm one of those people that it would be that easy to get something out of me. You would just have to make a repeated sound while I was trying to sleep and I'll tell you anything. But that high pitched noise.
That's the way to waterboard you, by the way. That's how we waterboard you.
Yes, just by, yes, you don't need to do anything so violent. Just make a sound.
Well, I didn't. I just went to bed. I will say, putting the earplug in was definitely better because I heard it still, but it was very mild. However, I felt guilty for Milo because I couldn't put earplugs in his ears.
No.
And that sound had to have been far more annoying to him than it was to me.
Beyond annoying, probably painful.
Yeah, so he got into bed with me and I just cozied up with him and was like, let's just try and get 2 more hours of sleep.
This is our life now.
Right, so at 5:00 this morning, we went to sleep. We had 2 hours before I had to get the kids up.
Oh, no.
But why?
I don't know, but did you ever get new batteries in there?
No, well, finally at like 7:30, I texted Alexis across the street and I was like, you don't by chance have a 9-volt battery, do you? And by the way, it's not for my vibrator. And she was like, oh my God, smoke alarm? I'm like, yes.
Hilarious.
I just changed one out a couple days ago. So I got that, put it in, and even the kids were like, what is that?
I know what to get you for Christmas, a sleeve of 9 volts.
I'm already off to the store this week, but yeah, I'll take them anyways.
Okay.
And then I'll never need them again. But let's be honest, why? Why 3:30 in the morning? Why can't it ever happen and then of course I'm such a freakazoid and I think I'm so, I'm superstitious about everything. So I was like, oh, the smoke alarm went off because it wanted to wake me up before the earthquake comes.
Hilarious.
Now that I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, now there's going to be an earthquake.
But there was not.
No, thank God.
No, I wonder if it's, I don't know if it's the fire alarm company's way of making us feel bad for not checking the batteries more often. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, by the way, when I was up there and I was trying to, to read what it says to do, there is one that says press and hold this.
Yes.
Silence. So of course, I sat there holding, thinking it was silence.
Did you ever see that Friends episode where Phoebe can't get her fire alarm to stop beeping?
No, I mean, I've seen so many Friends episodes.
It's really funny.
And one of the other ones says press weekly to check or something like that. Yeah.
Now, does that mean press weekly, like very softly, not with a lot of strength behind it, or does it mean once a week?
It was definitely a W-E-E, not a W-E-A.
Okay, I'll press it weekly.
Anyways, it was fucking annoying to say the least.
Very annoying. Now, I'm going to say something else, which is this. A couple of family members of mine and maybe one or two friends have suggested that we curse too much. Yeah. And so I have noticed that. So my initial response was, I'm sorry, if you can't handle it, don't listen. And that's who Lesley and I are. But then it got in my head and I haven't cursed. And now I keep hearing you say fuck. And every time you do, I'm like, oh God, she's saying it a lot.
I do. Oh, darn it.
But like, what do we do
about I don't know. I mean, I know I have a foul mouth and I apologize. Who of your
family
do I need to call?
Well, one is my mother.
All right. Well, I love Joan too fucking bad.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm less
Did you get a birthday message from me yet?
Yeah?
No,
not yet.
Oh, she's not going to see this before. Oh.
Well, now I'll make sure she doesn't see it before. But no, my mother is turning 80 on Friday.
God bless her.
And
all right, she can't listen to this show.
No, I won't tell
her. Just tell her I've cursed too much and not like, or literally, when we post it, let's just block her.
That's a good idea. I don't know. You can do that on YouTube,
but we'll try.
I'll find a way. But what I don't like is that I think I'm very susceptible to the power of suggestion. Like, I feel like I'm a very strong person. And I guess when I'm very convicted about something, I am just like, look, that's how I'm doing it. But I must have agreed somewhere for myself because now I'm not doing it as much.
Well, yeah. And by the way, I understand. Listen, you and I we just did a podcast, somebody else's podcast to promote our show. And I was very conscious of not cursing. Right. I even asked if I could. I just wanted to make it clear. But listen, it's a part of my vocabulary. It's my exclamation point. It just is. It's the way
it's the same for me.
I don't mean it to be offensive to anybody.
Absolutely.
It's my colorful commentary.
I know. And look, it's the same for me, so much so that my husband and I both have a really hard time not cursing in front of our son, who's now 13, and it's probably fine. But I'd say we've been doing it since he was
2.
9.
I mean,
well, no.
I've been cursing in front of my kids for a long time.
I know. Same.
And I think we've had this conversation right at the beginning of our show.
Oh, did we?
Yes, we did somewhere at the top because we were very conscious of the fact that we do curse and I think we did this. And
I don't think we did.
We didn't?
No.
Well, I truly apologize to anybody who's listening who's offended. I don't mean it to be offensive. I genuinely
apologize.
See, you just said it. There you go. Okay. Other than Joan, who else complained? I want to know so I can call them.
My sister-in-law's mother, Anita, did not.
All right. So 2 people over the age of 80.
True.
Go ahead.
Wait, there's one other. A person that I have worked with who I won't mention, but it's a person in our age range who I work with, who suggested that it was not annoying to him, but might be a turnoff to other people.
It might be. Listen, I think there are viewers out there who are like, oh, I really like them. And then like, oh, they curse too much. Which is I'm prefacing I'm giving my nose tickles. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's why I'm apologizing up front. I want people to like us, but a part of liking me is liking my sailor potty mouth.
Right. Yeah, look, I don't disagree. I guess I just wanted to point it out in case you're thinking I'm not cursing enough.
No, by the way, I curse enough for you, me, and at least our families.
It's true.
It's
But
enough.
I also want to say, I don't want to not be who I am. I don't like my whole goal with this show, and I think it's yours as well, is to just be like, look, who I am here is who I am when you're sitting across from me at the dinner table. If I invite you into my home, like there's no barriers up.
We are inviting everybody into our home.
That's
absolutely what this is.
Absolutely. So because of that, I really don't want to censor myself, but whatever. Look,
all right. Well,
I don't even know
what. You'll pick and choose when you use it.
Yeah.
When you use.
Yeah, I'll pick and choose when I use.
I mean, listen, it's funny, so this brings me to another subject. What I was going to say is when we have Julie on the show. So we, just for our viewers to know that we have been recording shows. We want to bank as many shows as we can so that we're never behind.
Yeah.
So we're doing shows with guests, we're doing shows with just us, and then they're going to come out. So we have about 2 or 3 or 4 shows that we've banked already. And so we have great guests coming up. We should even plug it. We have Lisa's friend Phil Lamar, who's now my friend too, who was on Mad TV with Lesley.
With Lesley.
That is you and I together.
He's on Mad TV. He does voices for The Family Guy. He's
a huge voiceover actor.
It's huge. Insane. Yes.
And then we have my girlfriend Bonnie Zane on, who is a casting director, and her show's really going to be interesting because she gives you great insight into what exactly she does. We talk about how it affects us as actors. So if you're in the business, it's interesting. If you're not in the business, it's equally as interesting.
If not more so.
Yeah. And then we went for a Lesley and Lisa show, the nighttime version. We thought we'd have a little nighttime show with cocktails and our guest. And it's gonna be a shit show.
It went a bit awry.
But this one's going to be the Lesley and Lisa shit show. So Stay tuned, and our guest will be Julie Bowen, who, so to my point, the whole reason I'm coming back to this is I can't think of anybody that has maybe even more of a potty mouth than I do, but Julie does. I mean, I will say there used to be when Jules and I were doing Ed together, I think Larry or somebody in editing had spliced together. At the end of the year, you always put all the outtakes together for everybody. And there was just this whole section. It was probably just me for a while of just every other take, the F word comes out of my mouth. And then it's Julie just as much. And then eventually, because it's contagious.
It is contagious.
There's like a whole cast of just F-bombs all over the place. It is what it is. It's actually very funny when you
That's hilarious.
But Jules has just as bad a potty mouth as I do. Like it's bad. But whatever. Makes for a really funny, entertaining show.
Gag reels. Yes. So we have some super awesome shows coming up, which I'm very excited about. And since we know that we're not really banking this is going to air, we're going to post this in a couple days.
Yep.
Just before we leave, do you want to talk a little bit about the holidays coming up and how, I mean, look, it's different this year for so many families.
For everybody in the world.
You're right.
By the
no matter what.
We are all on the same ocean. We are all in different boats, but we're, sailing the same seas.
You're absolutely right. And look, even if you haven't been affected by this financially, you're certainly affected by not getting to see your family, not getting to do the same traditions you do every year. For us, it's like all of our traditions are going to be different, except for we're making it through our yearly Christmas movie. Oh my God, which, Lesley, I'm telling you, there's something about thank God for those movies, because it is the one thing right now making me feel like it's the holidays.
Yeah. So what are your favorite holiday movies?
So
I haven't really done holiday movies with the kids, like past like Elf. And obviously we've watched Home Alone, but like we've never done that every year. So like my favorite holiday movies are
Well, Elf is one of the top.
probably top.
Yeah.
But Love Actually is
Adorable.
and is the movie called The Holiday, the one with Kate Winslet? She takes over for.
You know, I've never seen that where they swap houses, her and Cameron Diaz. I need to watch that.
Good movie.
Okay.
It's so good. I love that movie.
I need to watch that.
Those are movies I'm going to sit and watch with the kids.
Well, you can't watch Love Actually with the kids.
No.
Porn stars. But
I don't think I can watch. I could probably watch The Holiday. I mean, there's sex in that, but it's not overt and crazy. I don't.
Well, we watched. So last year was the first year we brought Die Hard into the mix, which, by the way, I had never seen until last year.
This is interesting. I just heard on maybe it was on The View or some other show where they were talking about the fact that Die Hard is technically a holiday movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie, but you forget because you're like, oh, that's just an action movie.
Right. But it totally is. And it is the most fun to watch.
So should I watch it with my kids?
I think so. It's violent, but it's nothing they haven't seen. It's, you know what I mean? So Die Hard, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
And it doesn't feel dated?
No.
Okay.
It's so
it's hard because you turn on some of these movies with your kids. Like even when I started Karate Kid, they were like, what is this? And I was like, no, just wait. And if you think you want to watch Cobra Kai, this is where we start.
Garrett ended up loving Karate Kid.
Oh, so did mine. We watched both of them. They loved it.
Yeah.
And I loved watching The Valley. Like it's so much fun watching the 80s Valley.
Yes.
But okay, so Die Hard.
So Die Hard, Elf, Home Alone, A Christmas Story. What is that?
No, isn't that how he gets stuck to the
pole?
pole?
You're making a face. Yes, he gets his tongue stuck to the pole.
So, and that's funny. Like, I feel like, and for me, these are all like these 80s movies. Do they stand up?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you're right.
Now, the only one that was difficult was, and this is still one of my favorite, I'm not joking. I could cry just talking about It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, forget it. I will cry. Did you watch it with Garrett?
Yeah, and he was like...
I was just going to say, that's a boring movie for a child. It's too long.
It's too long.
Too strangely wholesome, and yet it's too esoteric actually for them.
I think so. But I have to say, I mean, he doesn't have to watch it with us. I will be watching it. Just the scene where she's on the phone with her fiance and she's like, oh no, everything's fine here. And he's like angry at her because he loves her and he doesn't want to tell her. And there's like this, oh my God, it's so passionate. And this is what the thing, and I know we're talking about Christmas movies, but the thing about those movies and that movie for me in particular, because I'm not a connoisseur of movies from that era.
No, me neither.
Is there is more passion in that moment and more sexual tension and just passionate love in that fully dressed moment.
Totally. Then you get in some, Jimmy Stewart. All of a sudden I was going blank on his name.
So just wholesome, but sexy.
I know. All right. So we're not going to watch that, but maybe we'll do Die Hard.
Do Die Hard, do A Christmas Story. I'm sorry. It is a classic and it is hilarious.
Okay, the kids will think, all right, then we'll do A Christmas Story. Listen, I just finally got them through. They have, I think, one more Harry Potter movie to go. And we're through do you know how long I've been talking about? I started reading Harry Potter at night and it freaked Izzy out. So she was like,
sure.
So it freaked her out. So then I was like, all right, well, I'll get Audible. We'll listen to it.
How great is that book on tape?
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's almost too creepy. And if you're a little kid and you're listening to this man with this great, like, big character voice.
And then he does Dobby, and he's all down.
Dobby. I love Dobby. I want my own Dobby. Well, I have Milo. He's the closest
Yeah,
thing.
he's like a Dobby, Doobie. I don't know what the fuck.
It's Dobby.
Okay,
Toby.
so you've made it through the Harry Potters. So now, but you do. Here's the thing, Lesley. I have realized that hot chocolate, popcorn, separately, they're not really great together.
Marshmallows on our hot chocolate.
Yep. Oh, I bought these things called Smashmallows.
Oh, I love Smashmallows.
I bought the
minty ones.
No, I bought the
Strawberry
churro ones.
Oh, the churro ones are delish.
And
I love Smashmallows.
If you put those in your hot chocolate, they melt and they change the whole flavor. Oh, it's
you know what the kids want to buy? Okay, the kids want to make, and I bought the little round molds. They want to make hot chocolate balls. So you have to you get all these round cylinder molds. So I bought them, and Amazon keeps telling me they're on their way. They're late.
Okay.
So we're gonna coat them in chocolate. And we're gonna make these little cylinders. These chocolate, so they'll be chocolate bowls essentially, and then you fill the little bowl with hot chocolate and marshmallows and maybe some whatever fun sprinkles, whatever you want to put in them, and then you put the two spheres together and you make a big chocolate ball. You put it in a cup, and then you pour either hot water or really you should put hot milk over it, and then the whole thing's going to explode in there, and then you mix it up.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
How much fun are those going to be? Are we not looking to do anything that we can find to do that's fun during the holidays, since it's just going to be us? We're not going to be seeing friends. We're not going to be seeing family. I might in my courtyard with some cocktails because I just can't not. But that's it. By the way,
you'll stay far away, right?
Yes. Oh, of course.
Okay.
And now I found a new mask that I'm really in love with and telling everybody about, that Honeywell mask.
Yep, I ordered them.
That fits in. My ex-husband gave it to me, and the KN95s fit right in. I feel like it's my ex-husband's way of being like, here, put on that mask. I don't actually have to look at your entire face.
Or maybe it's him feeling guilty and going, here, I guess I want to protect you.
No problem. Anyways, God love him. But speaking of the holidays, going all the way back, calling it back to what we were talking about in the beginning, I sat down with the kids and said, look, I haven't worked since February. And I'm not, we don't get residuals anymore. We working actors, we don't get residuals anymore. So I said to the kids, I just don't have a lot of money to spend. And they're really always so understanding and so good about it. So I said to them, so listen, for Hanukkah, 8 days of Hanukkah, don't be surprised on day 2 if you open the big box and it's like a sock. And they're like, a sock. And I'm like, but wait, on day 6, the matching sock. Whatever.
Listen.
Getting. And so I'm trying to come up with things that are what are things that do match?
So here's what I'm doing. We are really genuinely not really doing it this year. We have Hanukkah with my family, and he will get gifts from them.
Yeah.
We have Christmas, and normally he wakes up to a living room full of presents. This year, and he already knows it's not happening. It's just it's not happening.
Mine do too.
Yeah. What I'm getting him is some clothes that he needs, because he needs them anyway, which doesn't really feel like a gift for a 13-year-old. But I'm filling his stocking with things like, he loves dark chocolate, so I got him dark chocolate bars. I'm talking quietly because he's in the next room. He loves those little jams, those little Bon Maman jams. I probably butchered the way you say that.
No, you mean the little tiny ones?
The little ones.
You get it hotels?
Yes.
I love those.
So I got him those.
Oh, you did. I was gonna say, World Market. Did you get them at World Market?
No, they were out of them. I had to get them on Amazon.
Oh, I was in my head. I'm like, where can you get those?
That's where I always go to get them.
Oh my gosh.
And then little things, but I'm telling you, so he saved all year for a new computer, which we matched, and he ended up buying. And I very honestly said, if that happens, you need to understand you're waking up Christmas morning to a couple little things, and they're not going to be real big presents, and nothing's going to be expensive. And what I will say, and I know we've spoken about the lessons in this already, but for me, because by the way, it's a lesson for me in believing my son knows how much I love him, even when he wakes up in the morning to an empty living room.
Yeah, they don't. you know what? I think they expect it and they want it because they expect it.
Right.
They don't actually, I'm going to repeat myself. They expect it and they want it because they expect it and they want it.
Right.
But I actually don't think they want it.
No, I don't either. And
that's when they're like, rip it up and they're like, oh my God, so cool.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I said to him, I said, buddy.
It's like an opening.
Yes, right. And I said, this is going to be the year you look around and realize the overabundance of things that you have and appreciate all of those things. Because I'm telling you right now, but to be honest, I would love to do a whole show about this because I just listened to a book that I found fascinating called The Year of Less. Not less like Lesley, less
No,
like.
of course it's the year of me.
Yeah. But it really has made me go, I don't need another hoodie. I don't need another pair of joggers. Like, I'm good. I'm okay for the next year unless something rips. I'm learning to appreciate what I have and I don't need anything else. And I think it's a good lesson for them. I do.
You're so right. By the way, it's not just for them, it's for us. I need this lesson.
Yeah.
But
it's hard because it's a tradition to wake up in your Christmas pajamas. And
you know what? But the little things, like I got Izzy like some mascara and some nail polish.
That's fantastic.
Like little things that I know she's going to be so appreciative of. She'll have, oh, I got her. Oh my God. I'm on my kid's computer.
And she's getting hilarious.
She's getting texts. I said, do not disturb. Okay.
All right. Well, listen, we got to wrap it up anyway, because we want to keep this.
How long have you been recording?
About 30 minutes.
Okay. Then that's long enough. Bye.
That's long enough. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Anyways, listen, I expect you to deliver some fabulous gift to me.
I do have one sitting.
Oh, you have a gift for me. Show me my gift. Yeah, let's show it.
So from now on, when you're watching,
this makes us official.
Yes, this means we're a real show.
There's the Kelly and Ryan. It's Kelly and Ryan. There's the View.
Yeah.
And now there's
what?
Lisa show. What? We have mugs. We have merch.
I'm so glad merch.
Does anybody want to purchase one of our mugs?
If you buy one of these, we can buy our children presents.
Exactly.
Our
merch.
So I got to drop yours off before we do our next show.
By the way, I also want to say, I know it's so, because I was just looking at our title. Listen, we put up this show so quick, listen, this is what we got. And thankfully, because of your husband, he just whipped up a cute little whimsy.
And he was thing. He was like, you like this? And I was like, I love it.
And it's Lesley and Izzy and my mom. It's me, Izzy, and my mom singing that little Welcome to Lesley and Lisa show ditty that Izzy made up. She plunked out a few little things on her ukulele, and that's what we came up with.
And it's so cute. And I really believe that people have it in their heads. It's like an earworm. The Lesley and Lisa show.
Yeah, that's not how it goes, by the way. Anyways, welcome to the Lesley and Lisa show. Okay, now we exit. Listen, stay tuned. We're gonna post a few great shows that are coming up, and we have so many guests for 2021 that are gonna be like a sex therapist and a gynecologist. Who doesn't want to listen to all those shows? All right, for you men out there, we'll get a urologist on the show.
Absolutely. We do have a lot of fun shows coming up. And listen, please subscribe, sign up for notifications. We want you to be part of this community. Please comment. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We will take your suggestions.
If you want to Zoom in with us, your son came up with a brilliant idea, because all I want is audience members or people that we can also talk to. If you're somebody who thinks they'd be interested in being sort of on the show with us, maybe on mute until we unmute you.
Sure.
But just there, if you have questions, maybe we'll Zoom in.
We could have audience members who we also let tell us a little bit about themselves.
Yeah. And so maybe we do one of those kinds of things where people Zoom in with us. Sounds fun.
100%.
All right. We have to leave now.
Okay. Bye-bye. Subscribe, be part of our community. Thanks for watching. We love you. And I love you, Les.
I love you, Lise.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.